locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Time for a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Defensively, we check the starters now for Denver. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They go play fake. Mahomes finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. They run the counter. Hubbard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now here's Mahomes. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Fields. This is the tight end Fant. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10.
And again, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. On second down now, Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. That one complete to Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing a 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Mahomes now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. To throw on third down, Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 27, Mahomes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Fields. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, That means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run the counter. Hubbard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch the air.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. It's Hill, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head out west to the Golden State. Check on the Rams at home in L.A. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Rams seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 31-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
What we got?
He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Single.
First down, Kansas City.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, this from 48. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Yeah, good job. That's the way you
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Throwing after the interception. Fields. This is the tight end fan. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. From the gun on third down. Fields. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
45.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Everyone's got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's able to get it out of there. Hill shedding the tackle. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the left side. Hubbard, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. to throw again. Fields. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Fields. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Throwing on first down. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 13. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. 4 yards on the dump off and second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Hill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
90 Wolf.
Hey, switch gears.
Ready?
On first down, it's Hubbard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ready? Take over.
45 to Mike.
From the gun on third, Hill. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Tonight.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Lightning. 5.
On 2nd down now. Swift. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Mike 51. Squeeze, double.
To throw from his end zone. Fields. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Fields. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Kansas City, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.